Hi, my name is Asdruval. I am an English teacher. I'm from Guatemala, and if you're watching this, you probably already follow me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Let's learn English together. Today, I'm not here to deliver an English lesson. I'm not here to give you tips and tricks to improve your English, but to share my thoughts on what's been the most challenging and the craziest experience of my life, going through 2 years of lockdown, of quarantine, of pandemic, this global situation. So you can use this video as listening practice and also as writing practice, because what I want you to do after you watch the video is please leave in the comments your thoughts, your perspective. I want to know how this experience has changed your life, what lessons you have learned throughout these 2 years. It's so interesting. I'm very interested in your answer. I look forward to reading all of your comments. So practice your writing in English and leave a comment down here. So stick around. Thank you for being here, and I hope it helps. Today is March 13th, 2022. I don't know when you're watching this, but it's been 2 years since the pandemic started. I know it sounds crazy, and it is crazy. I almost can't believe we've been through 2 years of pandemic. I'm 25 years old now, and I feel I'm still 23 because I was 23 when this all started, which is crazy. I remember I was in school. I was still working at a school here in my country, in Guatemala. And the principal told us to take our stuff with us just in case. I didn't realize what that just in case meant at the time. So 2 days after, that just in case happened. The first COVID case in Guatemala was confirmed, and the president announced we were going into lockdown. So yeah, it was crazy, but I think the first week we were all skeptical around the world. I think we were all thinking this is gonna last a few weeks, a few months. It's not that big of a deal. It's not gonna be that hard. But yeah, that wasn't true at all. It's been 2 years now. So these crazy things started to happen. Online school, online college, working from home, people losing their jobs, wearing masks all the time, or at least outside, and lockdown. It was crazy. A lot of negative things happened. A lot of side effects started. Violence, domestic violence, deaths, so many things. But I'm not here to just focus on the negative part. I'm actually going to share 2 important lessons I learned throughout this time. 2 lessons that I learned the hard way, and I don't want you to learn them the hard way, so that's why I'm sharing my experience with you. The worst thing I went through in 2020, the first year of the pandemic, was getting COVID. I actually got infected in December. At the time I was studying a certification to be an English teacher. I was already an English teacher back then, so I was taking that course online, of course, and it was so... First of all, it was weird. Studying online was weird. And the graduation ceremony was online. It was also weird. And I had COVID. So the day of my graduation, I was given the opportunity to give a short speech. And I was so happy about it. I was wearing a mask because my mother wanted to see the ceremony, wanted to see me live, but I was infected. So she was wearing a mask, I was wearing a mask. I just took it off to give my speech, and then I put it back on. It was hard. It was weird. And now that I think of it, it's kind of emotional and sad, because it was supposed to be a very special moment, but it wasn't because of COVID. But yeah, but I'm happy, and the results were just great, and I learned a lot. What I'm trying to say here is the first lesson. I was feeling sad. I was worried. I was scared. I didn't want my family to get infected. The next year came, 2021. I thought it was going to be a good year. It ended up being the worst year ever. I went through such hard stuff. I went through this stressful times in which I didn't feel allowed to feel sad or angry or happy. I wasn't entitled to feel in any way because people were going through worse stuff than me. I had a new job. I started my business. Like, I started working on my business like 24/7. A bunch of positive things happened, even though it was a hard year. But I felt I wasn't entitled to my emotions. So I started running away from them. Whenever I got angry, I felt, okay, I'm angry, but no, I have to be okay because people are going through worse things. So that's lesson one. You are entitled to feel whatever emotion you're feeling right now. Feel free to experience it. Go through it. Don't run away from it. You are free to feel. If you feel pain, if you feel sadness or anger or happiness, you need to be deeply immersed in that emotion and let it flow, because that's the healthy thing to do. Mental health is a thing. It is a real thing, and it is just as important as physical health. So you better find help if you need to. And if it isn't that big of a deal, just find a friend, someone you feel safe with. And yeah, that's basically my tip or my lesson, my life lesson. Experience your emotions, but do it in a safe way, with a safe person, in a safe space. Lesson number 2. This lesson I actually learned from a quote that I read on a beautiful drawing from Charlie Mackesy. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, but I loved it. It's a picture it's a drawing of a kid and a horse walking in the woods, in the forest. The kid says, "I can't see a way through." To which the horse responds, "Can you see the next step?" And then the kid answers, "Yes." So the horse says, just take that. Take the next step. You can't see a way through, just take the next step. It was so powerful and it made so much sense, especially during these times when maybe future is uncertain. Future is uncertain. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. And that's okay. Future does not exist yet. We're building our future. The past is gone. So live the present. That's the most important lesson I have ever learned. Live your present. Take advantage of every second. Yeah, you do have to worry about the future. You do need to plan and be responsible and proactive. But you will always be given the opportunity to change and start over. So even if it's hard, and it's harder for some people, I understand that. I get it. But look at the next step. Forget about the end goal for a minute. This can apply to anything in life. If you're going through a hard time, if you're learning something new like language, or you're studying and you can't, maybe you're starting your business and you can't see the way through, you can't see the end goal, you feel every day it's getting further and further and harder and more challenging. Yeah, it is challenging. It's not easy at all. It's not easy, but it isn't as hard as you think. That's why I use that slogan. English isn't as hard as you think. I'm going to use English as an example. You're learning English. You're doing the best you can. Your biggest effort. You're giving your best. You are committed to the process, but you feel stuck. You feel you're walking in circles or not progressing at all. That's okay. I've been there. I was there for years. And that's why I tell you I learned that the hard way. So you don't have to. So the lesson is, stop for a minute, forget about the end goal, forget about that, forget about the future, forget about long-term goals and medium-term objectives. Start thinking short-term. What can you do now in the next few minutes? First, you need to lower your anxiety. How can you do that? I learned a technique. You mention 3 things around, look around you and name 3 things, like actually talk and say, okay, I can see the TV, I can see my shoes, and I can see the mirror. Then you name 2 things you can listen. I listen to my voice and I listen birds outside. And then you look at one part of your body, you look at it and you start feeling it. I can see my hand and I feel my hand. Why are you doing this? because you have to stop those intrusive thoughts going around in your like crazy in your mind. Trust me, it helps. From a person who suffers from anxiety, I'm telling you, it helps. It's not the only technique, it's not the most useful, but it's one that has helped me a lot. So when you do that, stop for a moment, forget about the end goal, forget about the big thing you want to achieve or you want to accomplish, and think smaller. I mean, thinking big is okay, but think smaller and reflect. What is my next step? What is the next thing I can do in order to get closer to my goal? What is the next thing I can do in order to progress and to move forward? And that's the answer. Maybe it is reading a book, that book you have been putting off for so long. Maybe it is listening to a podcast, going to that therapy session, taking that class you know you have been procrastinating, or just forgetting about it because it's hard, because it's boring, whatever it is. Just take the next step. Do the next thing that is going to help you get closer, because you will eventually get there. So if you see the next step, just as the kid said, I can just see my next step, then take that. It's a safe thing to do. You don't need to run. You don't need to get to your end goal today. You will eventually do it little by little. Little progress is still progress. Trust me. Trust the process. Enjoy the process. That's the most important thing. Enjoy the process. So yeah, you can apply this to any area or aspect of your life. So that's what I wanted to share. Feel entitled to feel and experience your emotions and take the next step. I hope it helps. Every effort counts. Do your best. And if you need to stop, taking a break is necessary, and that you feel free to do it. My name is Asdruval again. I am an English teacher. This was not an English lesson. Maybe these weren't tips or tricks to improve your English, but you can use the video as listen and practice. And I hope you can comment below your thoughts. I want to know your opinion, your takeaways from the video. Write it in English so you can practice. And subscribe to my channel. I haven't been active here for a few months, but one of my short-term goals and my next step is recording a video or posting videos more often. I'm always active on TikTok and Instagram, so go follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Join my Facebook group because there is going to be a special event very soon. I'll be posting more information about it on my Instagram. And yeah, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell so you can know when I am posting my next video. And thank you for your support. You feel free to share the video, feel free to comment down below. That would be really amazing knowing from you. I want to know where you are from, and if you're learning English and you need extra help, you would like me to personally help you, I'm here, and I'll be more than happy to help you out and to give you the tools and the strategies to improve. Thank you so much again for your support, and remember that English isn't as hard as you think.